Now to new developments in our homeowners insurance crisis. Today, the state's insurance commissioner announced changes to the California FAIR Plan, the so-called insurer of last resort. And some critics are labeling part of it a bailout. The FAIR Plan will be expanding the amount of coverage it can offer to large commercial policyholders, including HOAs. Currently capped at $20 million, the agreement with the FAIR Plan announced Friday will allow Division I commercial property insurance policies to offer up to $100 million of coverage. As insurance expert Carl Sussman puts it,
the upside is there's more coverage, right, available for people like homeowners associations. The downside is we're putting more weight on the California FAIR Plan, which already is so overburdened with exposure.
The FAIR Plan is where homeowners and commercial properties turn when they can't find fire insurance on the regular market. State law established it in the late 60s, but it is not funded with taxpayer money. It is essentially a fire insurance pool paid into by all insurance companies admitted to do business in the state of California. But here's where the critics of Friday's announcement come in. In the event of a major wildfire that requires the FAIR Plan to ask each contributing insurance company to shell out at least $1 billion in claims, if not more, within a calendar year, the Department of Insurance will now allow insurance companies to charge their policyholders, regardless of whether you're on the FAIR Plan, a supplemental fee in order to help recoup some or all of the company's costs. Advocacy group Consumer Watchdog takes issue with that.
We think it's outrageous to call a bailout of the insurance industry on the back of home insurance policyholders consumer protection. If the FAIR Plan finds itself in financial trouble, that's because the home insurance industry dumped policyholders on the FAIR Plan. And the home insurance industry should be responsible if the FAIR Plan needs help paying its bills.
Executive Director Carmen Balber questions its legality.
It's very clear that the statute authorizes the FAIR Plan to assess insurance companies. Nowhere in the law does it say insurance companies can pass that cost on to consumers.
We have to look at the dominoes before it gets to consumers. There has to be a wildfire large enough that the FAIR Plan can't afford it, and then an assessment that's done with the admitted insurance carriers, and that's not enough. And then an assessment has to be done on policyholders of the FAIR Plan, and that's not enough. So we're way down the line before it would trickle down to consumers.
As for those new higher commercial coverage limits, the FAIR Plan has up to 8 months to make those available for customers. So Friday's news just gets the ball rolling. Now, today's announcement is just one part of the insurance commissioner's sustainable insurance strategy. That's a major regulatory overhaul announced back in September, as we've reported on, with a goal of going into effect by the end of this year.